I'm gonna tell you a story about my first cruise and a Karen I ran into. I don't know about you, but when I'm on vacation, I like to enjoy myself. There's a lot of things that might frustrate me, but when I'm on vacation, it doesn't matter. I'm there to have a good time. I do everything I can to have a good time, like avoiding people like this. But sometimes it's unavoidable. And sometimes trying to do a good thing puts you in the middle of someone who's having a bad day or likes to find every single little thing to get mad about. Cruise lines do everything they can to make your experience a magnificent one, and most of the time, they do a great job out of it. But sometimes it's not so perfect, but just because something goes a little bit wrong doesn't give you the right, in my opinion, to go absolutely insane. So let me take you back to my first cruise. At this time, it is 2010. I'm about 17 years old or so, maybe 16. I'm not sure. I'm not doing the exact math, but I was an older teenager. Let's put it at that. I was exploring the ship and I ran to an art auction. They had a little table out there trying to give an idea of what they're doing there, or potential things you could win there. And I was curious. I want to know more about it. So I started talking to the person, get to know the crew, because the crew are some amazing people. And this person was from Estonia. So her accent was kind of strong, but if I paid attention, I could listen to her just fine. Not that big of a deal. As I was wrapping up my conversation with her, I don't know this lady's name, but I'm going to call her Karen because how she's going to act here in a minute. But she came up and asked how the art auction works, some of the details behind it, because she potentially wanted a bid on some of the artwork inside. The Carnival employee had a very strong Russian accent because she was from Estonia and her first language was Russian. And Karen was like, "What? Sorry, I can't understand you. Can you say that again?" So the Carnival employee said it a little bit slower, tried to enunciate a little bit more, but Karen still couldn't understand. So me, trying to be the good person that I am, I tried to help translate. I was like, okay, this is what she's saying, because I couldn't understand her strong accent, so I said it myself. And Karen immediately got her hand and put it in my face and said, not from you, kid. I need to hear it from her. She needs to tell me what she's saying, not you. And I go, whoa, sorry, ma'am. I'm just trying to help out. I know you're having trouble understanding her, so I'm just wanting to make sure that you communicate, get your questions answered. And Karen said, no, kid, you need to stay out of this. If she's going to work here in America, she needs to speak English like everyone else. And at this point, the Carnival employee was kind of frantic and shaky because she didn't know how to handle this. And she was trying as hard as she can. And she was embarrassed that she couldn't speak proper English. You could tell she was trying so hard to provide great customer service. So I replied to Karen as, excuse me, we're not here in America. Yes, most people here speak English, but this gives you no right to be rude about it just because she has a strong accent. If you have a question, I'm trying to help you get it answered for you. And Karen responds with, no, she needs to be smart enough to be able to speak English, so you can stay out of it. And at this point, yes, I'm a nice person, I'm a teenager, and I may get a little snippy back. And I ask her, well, do you speak any other language besides English? And Karen goes, no, I speak English. It doesn't matter what languages I can and can't speak. And I said, ma'am, if you can't speak more than one language, then you have no right calling her dumb, because she can speak 3 languages. You can speak 1. So who's the smarter one here? And at this point, Karen starts laughing because she's like, I'm smarter. Doesn't matter how many languages I can speak because I make more money than her. I don't have to stoop too low to work on a cruise ship. I'm a better person than that. And I'm here on vacation, so they need to cater to my needs because I'm the customer. And at this point, another Carnival employee tries to come up here, tries to talk to the Karen, and Karen's having nothing of it at all. And she gets louder and angrier as time goes by. And at this point, I'm fed up with it. I know the Carnival employees were fed up with it as well, but I went ahead and just took it upon myself and said, ma'am, if you don't leave right now, I'm going to call security. And of course, she gets snippy with me. And I guess for reference, this lady is probably about 40 years old. So 40-year-old, and me as a 16, 17-year-old trying to help out. So she gets snippy with me and is like, you don't call security on me. I'm the customer. You need to leave and go back to the country that you came from. Because you can't even speak proper English yourself, which I found hilarious because English is my first language. Yes, I'm Hispanic, but I hardly know Spanish. I know a few words and a few choice words that I said back to her I probably shouldn't have. Because at that point, I was fed up with it too. So I just turned to the Carnival employees at that point and said, you know what? Y'all need to call security. So they got on their walkie-talkies and they called security because I know all 3 of us were just fed up with this lady at that point. At this point, she gets mad. She starts complaining that we're calling security on her. Now, how dare we call security on her? And she says she's going to guest services to complain about what had just happened. So after all this unfolds, and Karen is now running away practically, I went ahead and told the Carnival police, this is my name, this is my room number. If you need a witness for what just happened, please reach out to me. I will back your story up. I was here. Because this is not right. It's not how you treat people. I don't care what country you're from, what your accent is, doesn't matter how much money you make. It's just not how you treat people. And after all that, the Carnival employee was so distraught, I had to comfort her because she was practically crying at that point. And I had to tell her, hey, don't let it mess with you. Some people are a-holes. They're mean. You're doing a great job. Do not let that person bother you. This is the first Karen I ran into, but definitely not the last. I ran into more on Carnival Cruises and other cruise lines, and even a premium cruise line, Princess Cruises, where everyone's supposed to be a higher level class, or so they say. But yet, I still ran into a crazy person that just blew the top off for no apparent reason and started personally attacking me verbally. So if you want to hear about that, check out this next video here.